If you're staring at a shelf of espresso machines and wondering whether any of them will actually fit into your kitchen routine without turning your mornings into a science experiment, you're not alone. Most people worry about splurging on a pricey gadget that ends up collecting dust, or worse, making a decent cup but demanding a steep learning curve that you simply don't have time for. That hesitation is real, especially when you have a budget to watch and a limited counter space to juggle. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The DeLonghi EC9335R La Specialista isn't just another sleek metal box. It's positioned as a semi-automatic machine that promises to bring coffee shop quality to the home kitchen while keeping the process approachable. What makes it stand out, at least on paper, are the sensor grinder, the smart tamping station, and a dual heating system that claims to keep temperature consistent for both espresso and milk steaming. The question is whether those features translate into daily convenience, or if they become hidden trade-offs that only a true espresso aficionado will appreciate. Let's imagine a typical weekday scenario. You roll out of bed, hit the snooze button once, and head to the kitchen for a quick caffeine fix before the kids need rides and you have Zoom meetings lined up. With the La Specialista's 1-second quick start, you won't have to wait several minutes for the boiler to heat up. The machine reaches brewing temperature almost instantly. That speed is a practical win if you're racing against the clock. The separate hot water spout also lets you pull an Americano or a quick tea without having to pause the espresso cycle, so you can multitask with minimal fuss. Now, consider the other end of the day when you actually have time to experiment. You've decided to treat yourself to a latte art session, maybe even pulling a double shot in steaming milk for a cappuccino. The built-in sensor grinder is designed to adjust grind size on the fly, which can be a lifesaver if you're not a seasoned barista. In practice, you'll load beans into the hopper, tap a button, and the machine will grind directly into the portafilter. The smart tamping station then levels the grounds automatically, eliminating the need for a separate tamper and the guesswork of achieving the right pressure. For someone who wants decent espresso without investing in a separate grinder and tamping tool, this integration can shave off both cost and countertop clutter. However, there are some practical nuances that become apparent once you start using the La Specialista day after day. The machine's dual heating system means there are two separate boilers, one for brewing and one for steaming. This is great for maintaining temperature stability, but it also adds to the size and weight of the unit. If you have a compact kitchen or are planning to move the machine frequently, you'll notice the footprint bigger than a typical single boiler model. The stainless steel body, while attractive, also makes the unit heavier to lift for cleaning or repositioning. In a tight space, that could be a deal breaker. Another point to consider is the learning curve around the grinder and tamping station. While the automation sounds like a shortcut, you still need to understand how the grind size settings interact with the pressure sensor. If you use beans that are unusually oily or have a moisture content that the sensor doesn't recognize well, you might end up with under-extracted coffee or a messy cleanup. Some users have reported that the grinder can jam if you don't keep the bean hopper clean and free of debris. The machine does include a cleaning cycle, but you'll still need to spend a few minutes each week to keep the grinder running smoothly. Nothing a true coffee lover would mind, but it's extra maintenance compared to a simple drip coffee maker. On the usability front, the advanced latte system is a mixed bag. The steam wand produces a decent froth for a flat white or latte, but the milk temperature is capped at around 65 C, 149 F. If you're used to calf-grade milk that's heated to about 70 C, 158 F, for a silky texture, you might find it a shade cooler than you prefer. The machine does let you adjust the steam pressure, but fine-tuning the froth to your exact taste will still require a bit of practice. For casual milk-based drinks, it's more than adequate, but if you're chasing that perfect microfoam, you might eventually consider a dedicated milk frother. Who should buy the DeLonghi La Specialista? If you are an intermediate home barista, someone who enjoys a solid espresso and is ready to venture into milk-based drinks but doesn't want to purchase a separate grinder, tamper, and possibly a second boiler, this machine hits a sweet spot. It offers enough automation to reduce the guesswork while still allowing you to tweak variables like grind size and tamp pressure. Families who appreciate both espresso and hot water for tea will also benefit from the separate spout, as it eliminates the need to switch between accessories. Who should skip it? If you are a total beginner who just